Welcome to Brazil Bound, presented by Castrol GTX High Mileage. I'm Andrew Wiebe reporting here from Sao Paulo FC's Barra Funda training complex where, not so breaking news, Jozy Altidore will not play against Portugal in Manaus. The two men set to replace him, Aron Johannsson and Wondolowski, were at the mic today, and they didn't fall for the obvious question. Who is going to start in Jozy Altidore's place? But what they did say is both are ready, willing, and able to do whatever Jurgen Klinsmann asks of them.
I mean, both of us have different styles than Jozy, and I mean, if either one of us gets on the field, then we just try to play our game, and we try to do what the coach wants us to do. If that's to play like Jozy, then we try to do that, and if he wants us to play like we normally play, then we try to do that.
Jozy's a special player. You can't, it's like saying, hey, go be Cristiano Ronaldo. You can't necessarily replace certain aspects of it, but I think that both Aron and I bring different styles, different sets of skills that I think are useful, and I think that's what we have to go do is incorporate those skill sets, and also being able to fit into the game plan as well. Just like Aron said, we're going to have to do certain things that Jozy did do, and we're going to have to also be able to incorporate our style as well. And so it's just kind of managing those two things.
Of course, the U.S. got the result they wanted against Ghana in Natal, but one man in particular wasn't happy with his own performance. That would be Michael Bradley, who was harsh but fair in his own assessment. He knows it wasn't his best, but it doesn't matter. He's moved on. It's all Portugal now. And Bradley said, look, if they're going to stop Ronaldo, if they're going to slow down that Portuguese attack, it all comes down to that midfield battle.
In any big game, the battle that goes on in the midfield is so important. Goes such a long way to deciding who wins the game. As far as playing Portugal right now, there's two ways to look at it. One is that they've lost 4-0. They played 60 minutes down a guy, a few injuries, and it'd be easy to look and say, yeah, this is a good time to play him. But the other side says that it's a team that is gonna, in some ways, a desperate team that is playing for their lives because they need a result, and we have to respect that. We have to understand how much they're gonna put into it. I'm certainly honest enough and hard enough with myself to know that it wasn't my sharpest night, but unfortunately they're not all going to be. On those days, it's still about finding every possible way to help your team. We talked 5 minutes after the Ghana game ended about being excited and proud of the way we started off, but also realizing that one game doesn't mean anything. If you're not able to follow up the first game with another good result, then the first game goes right out the window, and all of a sudden you're going into game 3 with needing a result and looking at the other game. There's pride and excitement and energy, as there should be, about the way the first game went. But at this point, it's all about Sunday.
Behind me, the U.S. trains for the final time here in Sao Paulo before departing for Manaus on Friday afternoon. We'll follow them on Saturday. Make sure you stay tuned to MLSsoccer.com for comprehensive World Cup coverage and more reports like this on Brazil Bound.